re tlo go bua le Khosi Dlamini we ile gore ene ke mo tlatsa bo president wa Netball South Africa. Re tla lebella jalo the Gauteng Netball Super League e leng gore ya simolla mo mafelong ano a beke. Re se re mo fitlhetse mongwa rona. Good evening, Khosi, and welcome to Ga-Rankuwa FM.
Good evening, Rory, and thank you so much for having me tonight.
Firstly, I'd like to congratulate you for finally earning a spot at the national office as the deputy president. What are you looking forward to achieving in your title now?
Well, nationally.
Yeah.
You caught me off guard, but it's the events. My title as a deputy, I'm dealing with events. That's where I want to capacitate the 52 district to have some league, to run the leagues, but the 9 provinces is where we are trying to get them to play the Super League, like Gauteng, KZN, and Mpumalanga.
Did it come as a surprise to you when you were officially elected as the deputy president of Netball South Africa?
Not a surprise per se. Remember, in 2021, I went in to become a demarcation, so I was defeated. Then this time, we thought that let me try, because I come from the district and I know how the district works. So if you are in national and some of the people doesn't understand how we struggle down there as a district. So as coming from locally, I thought that if I go on top, I can make a difference. Because national is an overall that makes decisions. So going up there was for me thinking if the district believes in me to try and do some changes in terms of how they see the district down there than looking on the national on those districts that are capable and are advantaged. So coming from the disadvantaged district, I know I come from the metro, which is Ekurhuleni, but in terms of the infrastructure and most of the things, I don't have university and so on. I thought if I go to the national, I'll make them to understand the struggle from down there. So, and I take my chance, and I think the district likes what I told them what I'm going to bring.
Yeah, well, we hope for the best as you have already kicked off in your duty as the deputy president. I'm told by profession you are a teacher. What are some of the subjects that you are teaching at school?
No, I'm not a teacher. I was a teacher 25 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
I started as a teacher. I think most of us were, before 1994, teaching and nursing and police were the careers. So I started as a teacher. I taught for 5 years. Then I went to the government, local government.
Okay. We called you tonight, Deputy President, to now focus on the Gauteng Netball Super League that is kicking off on Sunday. Maybe tell us briefly, how are you feeling ahead of Sunday?
Remember, I am a chair of Gauteng as well. So we had this Super League in 2023 and half of 2024. So I think most of the listeners know what happened in the 1.5 years. But when we came back to the office again, when the district and the clubs talked that we want it back. So it's so exciting that we go back and reach out to our sponsors, and the one that was sponsoring us in terms of monetary value, which is Aspen, the group CEO, Stavros Nicholas, when he said, no, I'm still keen to see the development, because it's all about development of Gauteng district. So he said, I'm still raising my hand. Let's try. So I'm so excited that I never thought it will come back and kick it off. So when it happened on the 14th of, I think it was on the 15th of February, we met with all the team managers from 5 districts for those clubs that are going to play Super League in Soweto at Spruit Hall, multi-purpose hall. So I said, yeah, here we are. We are back. Gauteng will develop players again. as we know that Gauteng is the home of champions.
It is the home of champions, Deputy President. But maybe can you enlighten us again as to what happened? I know what happened, but maybe for the benefit of the listeners who are not in the know of what happened, can you maybe jog our memory?
On what? Which one? Because I talk too much.
Yes, on the fact that the Gauteng Netball Super League was halted. There was a situation there that was going on between national and provincial, and I remember there was a time I think Gauteng was disbanded. So maybe jog our memory there as to what really went on, and then how did you now return back to office?
Yeah, in 2024, Gauteng Executive was disbanded by the then ExCo of, if I may say, the National Executive. So they had their reasons on what they disbanded us. I think you saw in Parliament such question came on what exactly happened, then they couldn't answer in Parliament. So last year, then after the Parliament, we were called by the executive to sit down because SASCOC said they must sort out the issues with us. So we sat down with the Netball South Africa then executive around the table in the mediation. So Netball South Africa was there, our as Gauteng executive were there, as well as our Gauteng Sport Confederation, the lawyers of Netball South Africa and us. So we had a mediation and it came out positive that they need to bring back to the office. That's how we came back last year in July.
I remember, before we can talk about what's going to happen on Sunday, I remember you once signed a deal with a sponsor called Jester Sports and Entertainment. What happened to them? I think they were the headline sponsors around 2024.
Yeah, that broke my heart because we are in the verge of breaking some barriers there with LJ and them. So unfortunately, when we signed some of the TV stations that were going to be live, our Super League, and all the good things, some sponsors were flowing on that week where we were signing the dotted line. That's where we were disbanded. Unfortunately, as of now, yes, we lost some sponsors. We lost Demstar as well. We couldn't have a meeting so far because they were the key on our campaign, because they approached us and we had a meeting and they were bringing some positives. It's unfortunate that we couldn't recover them and some of the sponsors. But the main sponsor then, who started with us, which is Aspen, I think we all know the Aspen Pharmaceutical, is the one that's still with us. And also the Batumi that is doing the clothing for us, the Empires, the team managers is still with us. Msheli Foundation is still with us. But we lost what Demstar was bringing on because there was a lot, including the TV.
Yeah, indeed. I remember we spoke to LJ about it, and he did emphasize on how big the sponsor will be. But then talking about the Super League, it looks like it's an attractive a league for netball in Gauteng. What makes it attractive to all genders? Because not only the ladies will be involved, we have the males, and we also have the over 40s that will be taking part as well.
You know, to tell you the truth, when we come in as an executive in 2022, we sit down and say, what is it that we can bring? I think we all know the diverse of Gauteng. Gauteng's got 3 metros and 2 districts. So those 2 districts did not get a chance on playing in the A section, including the Ekurhuleni one. So we said, what is it that we can bring together as a Gauteng 5 district? So we started this Super League. Then we spoke to the 5 chairperson of this district that this is what the Gauteng executive want to do, and they buy on our ideas. So then when we're doing that, we thought that the over 40, they are the team managers, they are the coaches. We used to play like myself. I'm still the over 40 because I'm a coach. What is it that we can keep them going? We said, let us bring them on board and have over 40. We learn from KZN. I don't want to leave them behind. KZN has a Super League that is going for the 11th year this year. So we took what KZN was doing and do it as our own Gauteng, but bringing some flavors. So what makes famous, I think we got a photographer called Ketom Tloung. He's the one who makes the Super League popular. I don't want to lie. The social page, you wait on Monday, what is it that is going to post? It makes the vibes of everything. And I think the professionality, when we're starting at 9, we start at 9. The empires that are there come on time, and it's a mixture. We even have the A empires empiring our games. The finals, I think we had about 6 A empires that were coming. So I think that part that our convener of empires, which is Adrian Abrahams of Gauteng, is also an empire for NSA. So it's sort of bring that professionality in it. And I think, as you know, that Gauteng district are dominating in terms of the Telkom Netball Super Leagues. Powerballs are the champs. When it comes to the district, Johannesburg is the under-21 champs, is the senior champs. You come to the males, Ekurhuleni are the champs. So those players are playing there in that Super League. I think that's what makes this Super League of Gauteng to be vibey, because we see all these players coming in now, playing in their district, in their universities, in their districts. So they make it very high. But remember, when we had the finals in UJ Soweto in 2024, 7 Stars were playing against the finals against UJ. And we're playing against the national players. Your Shogoloza was there, your Sesande, your Talemate. So it makes it, is at the top, the cherry on top.
Indeed.
Stefan Beek at that time, she was not a coach for the squad, but she was coaching our development, the Jaguar under 21. We've got Bongi Msomi, who was a captain at the time, coaching UJ. We got Dr. Elsh that was coaching the Fireballs. At the time, she was coaching Vet. You got your Roxanne. You got an ordinary players from Sidibeng that were playing there, enjoying rubbing shoulders with these dreamers, because those players dream to play with the Bongis, the Shogolozas, your Kyla Dames, your whoever. So bringing them on board, your Westland, they were team called Sisters there. So I think that's what makes different in the 2 Super League in the provinces, that we had the cream de la cream in Gauteng.
Khosi, we will support your project as well as the team that you are working with to ensure that netball continues to grow in the country. I see you are kicking off on Sunday at Auckland Park. Surely maybe there was a reason why you chose Auckland Park to be the one that kicks off the first round.
We always start in Johannesburg. I think now is the norm. All the time the launch was done in Soweto. The first leg was played in Auckland Park, UJ. But we are going to all 5 districts. So it happened that it's UJ that started. We just come from UJ now with the convener of empires just to check the readiness. We met Bongi, who is the coach of UJ, and also the 2 team managers there, just to check the readiness of Sunday. So I'm just saying, come and watch on Sunday, Auckland Park. You'll get the same vibe and more. We're waiting for the Gautengians to come and enjoy again the netball that we all love.
Keep up the good work, my sister. We'll talk soon.
Thank you so much for hosting me.
Hey, tada.
I'm sorry I can't talk Setswana. I'm sorry to say I'm a Dlamini.
Yeah, no problem. Sis Khosi, we understand. We are all South Africans. Sharp. Yeah, order we sana le na ke motlatsa mo president wa Netball South Africa, Khosi Dlamini.